If your family loves cracked chicken, you guys are going to love this cracked chicken lasagna. It's a white chicken lasagna that is creamy, it's cheesy, it's full of ranch flavor and has sprinkled bacon on top. It is so good. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make this. Just as with many lasagnas, the first step is to make sure that you have boiled lasagna noodles. So behind me on the stove, I have 12 lasagna noodles that are boiling in water. Just follow the directions on the back of the lasagna package that you have. Cook them to the tenderness that you like. Now in this pan, I have 3 cans of evaporated milk. So that is a total of 36 ounces of evaporated milk. You can use whole milk if you'd like. However, it does take 3 cups. So if you don't want to use up your milk, evaporated milk works great. I have this set to low so the milk doesn't get too hot. You want to stir it pretty much constantly because that milk may scorch on the bottom of the pan and you don't want that. To the milk, I will add 2 packet seasonings of ranch mix. And then take a whisk and just whisk that together. Now as this heats, it's going to start to thicken just a little bit. You're not waiting for it to get super thick. You just want it to thicken up a little bit and get hot. It shouldn't really even start boiling that much. It can have a few little bubbles, but you're just looking for it to start to thicken. Once it looks like it's thickening slightly, you can go ahead and add 8 ounces of cream cheese. We suggest full fat cream cheese just so that it's extra creamy. Put that right in and then use your whisk, and that cheese is gonna slowly melt in there and start to help thicken it up even more. Once the cream cheese has mostly melted, you can go ahead and remove that from the heat. You can go ahead and bring in your cooked noodles, and then let's talk about the rest of the parts of this lasagna. So I have 3 cups of shredded chicken. You can use shredded chicken that you've made specifically for this purpose. You can use leftover shredded chicken, or what we really love to do is buy a rotisserie chicken from the store, shred it off the bone. It has a little bit of seasoning. It's so good in this casserole and really easy. The next thing is 2 types of cheeses. You'll want mozzarella cheese and sharp cheddar cheese. Now, we highly recommend buying a little cheese grater and grating your own cheese. If you've ever made a cheesy casserole and it's ended up looking oily on top, that's actually from pre-shredded cheese that you buy in the bags at stores. Has some stuff on it to help it keep it from clumping, and it really causes casseroles to be a little bit oily. So shred your own cheese, you'll be really glad you did. So I have a 9x13 baking pan here. I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of spray. The first step is to put a little bit of sauce in the bottom. So I have 3/4 of a cup here. Just gonna spread this in the bottom. After you have sauce in the bottom, then place 3 lasagna noodles on top. Next is the chicken. Use about half of the chicken in this layer. Sprinkle it over the pasta. You can add more chicken to this casserole if you'd like to make it fuller, but 3 cups is what we're using today. Next, half of a cup of shredded mozzarella, half of a cup of shredded cheddar, then put 1 cup of sauce over that cheese. You can spread it slightly if you want, but it'll all spread together once it bakes. Then we start with the layers again. So add 3 lasagna noodles, then the remaining chicken, another half a cup of mozzarella, half of a cup of shredded cheddar, another cup of sauce, 3 more noodles, then I'll take the remaining sauce and pour that all over the top. Another half of a cup of shredded mozzarella. And a half of a cup of shredded cheddar. Then lastly, we're gonna sprinkle bacon on top. You can use real bacon bits that you buy in a package at the store. Make sure they're real bacon bits, or you can use freshly cooked bacon just from home that you've cooked in your own oven. That's what we have today because it's the best. Sprinkle it over the top. Then I'm going to cover it with a piece of foil. I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, this is already cooked through, so you're really just heating it together and allowing those flavors to blend together and the cheese to melt. Bake it covered for 20 minutes, and then uncover it and bake it for an additional 10 minutes until it's bubbly and all of the cheese is melted. After the lasagna comes out of the oven, you'll want to let it sit for about 10 minutes to cool. It will be easier to slice that way. This lasagna is delicious, served with some homemade rolls and a side salad. It smells so good. You can smell that ranch seasoning and the bacon and cheese. Thanks everybody for watching today. I'm Julie from Taste of Lizzy Tea. Be sure to check back soon for a new video.